Hey guys, it's Mike G here, and welcome to another episode of Mornings with Mike, your 5-minute dose of motivation and accountability for the day. Guys, good morning. Super excited you're here, and I'm excited to discuss today's topic, and let's go ahead and dive right into that. And really, it's a statement. Today's topic is a statement, and the statement is, and we'll get into it more here in a second, but the statement is complexity is the enemy of execution. Complexity is the enemy of execution, and what the heck does that even mean? And what it means is the more complex things are, the higher the chances that we don't get it done. And this typically is a problem when it comes to any time we're starting a new diet, a new running schedule. We're trying to do something different to be more patient and have more confidence. Or we're trying out a new business. So hey, we're taking a new course. We're going back to school or trying to learn something new, and whatever it may be. Usually, the more complex we make something, the tougher it'll be, to actually get it done and follow through and, achieve the outcome we want. And literally, that's the topic for today of how complexity stops us from getting to the point we want to get to, from, the outcomes we want for ourselves, whether it's from a health perspective, happiness perspective, fulfillment perspective. And interestingly enough, there was a study that was done out of, I believe it was Boston University, and we're talking 20 plus years ago, where it ended up finding that one of the leading causes of why New Year's resolutions typically don't last is because people come out of the gate usually after the New Year, come January 1st, they come out of the gate so aggressive, so fast, with so many things that they want to do and accomplish. It's so complex that they can't keep up. They can't keep up. It's so complex that, literally within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they're done. And sure enough, their New Year's resolutions are at the door because they've made it so complex. Perhaps it's like, hey, health, I'm going to work out 5 days a week. I'm going to drink this much water. I'm going to eat this way. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to sleep these many hours. It's so complex that they end up being overwhelmed and not following through because it's too much. It's too much. No one can really sustain that level of complexity every single day, because there's so much going on already with kids and family and friends and even our own personal time and everything else we have to get done, that if we make things too complex, we're not going to get it done. And that is why, time and time again, this is how I roll, this is how I do things, and this is how I have my own clients do things. And whenever I have conversations with family and friends, how I suggest they do things, where it's like, hey man, keep things simple. Keep things simple, because the more complex they are, the higher the chance that they don't get done. And I can just, for myself, let me just give you a quick story about myself. When I was creating, a course for those I serve, it was called Entrepreneur Fitness Academy. Literally, it was so overwhelming that I almost gave up. Because it was so complex. The videos, the PDFs, the pages I had to create, and then the different coding and stuff, and I had to figure all this stuff out. It was so overwhelming that I almost didn't do it. So literally, the way I was able to do it is I broke it down into smallest steps. I every day into the smallest steps. Say, hey, what can I do today? I'm going to create one PDF today. I'm going to create one video today. Next day, maybe I created 2. But I broke it down into such small chunks that it was almost impossible for me not to do. And because I broke it down and I didn't make it complex, I could fathom, doing the work. And sure enough, I ended up getting it done. I think it took me about 7-8 months to create that course for my clients, for my community, but I got it done. And there's no way I would ever have continued if I would have, just try to swallow the entire whale in one bite, but instead I just broke it down to small pieces. I took the complexity out of it, just made it small steps every day, and I got it done. Where is that? So for you, what's something that seems so complex? Perhaps it's like, oh my God, I'm looking to lose 50 pounds. It's so much, and it seems so complex, everything you have to do. Listen, start with perhaps just focusing on one thing. Maybe it's like walking around your block, 5 times every day. Maybe it's like drinking a little more water that day. Pick one thing. If you're trying to be a better person, you want more confidence, more, self-restriction, more discipline, more whatever, start with one thing. Say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be more disciplined to, if I'm going to be more disciplined to, get up in the morning and get my workout done. And just start there. Pick one thing, guys, that you can do going forward that, that's going to help. Don't make it complex. Make it as simple as possible. a small step. Because again, at the end of the day, small steps lead to the big steps. So what's that one small step you can take, something that seems overwhelming, that seems complex, that perhaps you've been discouraged from starting because it seems complex? Pick one small step and start there. And I would even suggest for the next 7 days, see if you can complete that one small step for the next 7 days and then go from there. That's this week's message, guys, or this week's, I should say today's message. And give it a shot. You're awesome. Best of luck, guys. Until next episode, cheers.